Hey, Nick. Nick. Hey, Nick, where are you going? Hey, Nick.
Today we're shorting 𝗀𝗧𝗩𝗜 and we're going to see how well it goes. In these videos, I truly record my trade, usually start to finish. I'm a little bit off today because I took this trade on Sunday night and forgot to actually record the first part after writing it all up in the Discord. But we're doing it now, and I'm going to show you the trade here as to why I took the position, etc. So I took this trade yesterday, like I mentioned, on the Sunday Open, right around this zone here. And what I'm going to do with you guys, I'm going to mark up the chart with you, show you a little bit of why I took this position, and then if you stick around to the end of the video, you'll see if I'm able to make any money on this trade or not. Okay, so first thing we need to do is we need to highlight this area here. So this is our area of supply. And specifically, this is sort of 4-hour and 1-hour supply. So what I mean by that is that, you know, if you were looking at this on the 15-minute chart, you might not see all this level here, but looking at this thing on the lower time frames, like the 1-hour chart, etc., you can kind of see this supply area. Previously, price basically came up to this zone, found resistance, and prior to that, it was actually a level of support. So all those things considered, we looked at this area as a general area of supply. Now, I actually have to, since I've taken the trade, a little bit price has gone against me. It actually looked like this trade was probably going to stop me out. But fortunately, we did ultimately hold this area here, which is sort of in hindsight where I shoulda, coulda, woulda entered, right? Trading in hindsight is a very risky game, and it's a very dangerous game because it's very easy to tell yourself what you should have done all the time. But in the real world, we are not trading on the left side. We are trading on the right side of the chart where we don't know exactly what's coming next. Anyways, I took this trade here. Price went against me. In fact, I entered on this candle. You can actually see where my broker order is. I am, by the way, trading directly on TradingView. The way I'm able to do that is because I use an 𝗀𝗧𝗩𝗜 account, which is integrated directly with TradingView.com. So no nonsense with MetaTrader or manipulation or anything that sometimes you're going to see on the old YouTube channels that are out there. Just a little forewarning, you can fake a lot of things in MetaTrader 4. I've done a video about that, and right here in the top right hand of the screen, I'll show you exactly how people manipulate their MetaTrader 4 to make it look like they make huge profits. You can see it popping up in the screen right now. Okay, so looking at this, looking at the supply zone, I basically decided, okay, worth a sell here, and my idea was I'll put a stop just above this area here. And I'm glad that that was my stop loss placement because look exactly what happened. We rejected off this level previously, and that's exactly what happened again. This is why charting, in my opinion, is a really strong way to actually measure my entries and exits, right? Direction wise, we'll talk about in a second. Why was I wanting to short? Was it just because of the chart? And the answer is no, but let's just talk about the chart for a second. Again, entered right here, price went against me, so my entry was not excellent, but then price did ultimately come down, rejecting off that level and respecting my stop loss nicely. So we didn't get stopped out on this. Had we gotten stopped out, this stop loss is a total loss of $220. So nothing crazy. We're risking about $220 on the trade to potentially make a lot more if we're correct. Now, speaking of if we're correct, where are we targeting with this? Well, let's get some levels going. We've got some pretty easy ones to target. So we've got this area here. We've also got this area here. We can also make that target. And of course, our 1-to-1 area, which is going to be right around here, which we're actually about to hit. We're about to hit 1-to-1. Actually, sorry, I messed that up. Right around here is 1-to-1, meaning that we will be up around $220 once we enter into this area, in which case what I'll do is I'll actually trail my stop loss to break even and take risk off the table. We're floating 170 bucks here, and as we've been recording, it's been going nicely. So we'll hopefully, we'll see if we can continue to see a push lower. Now, again, when I say target idea, the reason you'll see I don't have a strict take profit is because what I'm doing is I'm looking just for price to come down to this area, and that's where I'll start to trail my stop loss. So I don't really use strict take profits, but what I do attempt to do is try to trail my stop loss lower. Okay, so I mentioned some other things as to why I entered into the trade direction-wise, and one of the main reasons is because it actually popped up on my scanner as a very strong sell reading here. So 𝗀𝗧𝗩𝗜 came up on the list today. This is our market scanner called the Edge Finder, and the Edge Finder basically just takes a lot of different metrics like commitment of traders report data, retail sentiment, which is what the crowd is doing, seasonality, trend reading, GDP growth, inflation, unemployment, interest rate. And it takes all of these factors and it comes up with an overall score. When a score is much lower, I am biased towards selling the pair. And when the market or when the score prints a much higher reading, like the ones at the top of the screen here, that's more biased towards a buy signal or buy directional bias. So this popped up on my list here on Sunday when I was doing my analysis, and I decided, okay, I want to buy the Aussie, especially coming into some good Aussie news. Fundamentally, the Australian central bank is expecting to raise rates. All those things are good, and you know, we're sort of expecting, in my opinion, with some of the risk on stuff here at the top of the list as well, we're expecting a risk on swing, which could mean sell the euro, buy the more aggressive Aussie dollar, which is of course a more growth oriented economy. So that's basically one of the main reasons here. So I shared this inside of our Discord as well. Let me see if I can show you what that looks like. So here is the trade alert that I shared. So retest sells at resistance, stops above structure highs, targeting the previous low, nice downward trend, etc. A lot of those things. And then also this little piece here, looking for euro weakness to potentially come in this week with Aussie rate hikes expected on Tuesday. We're expected to go up. I think we are at 0.35%. I can't remember if we're going up to 0.85%. We have expected rate hikes coming on Tuesday of this week, which today is Monday when I'm recording this. Okay, so yeah, so and then also of course the Edge Finder analysis that we just shared. This is the screenshot that I attached, and overall you can pause the video if you'd like to look at all the different metrics that the Edge Finder has, and also you can get a copy down below in the description if you'd like to get a copy of the A1 Edge Finder. Check it out there. Also, by the way, if you'd like to join the Discord, both of those things are linked down below in the description should you decide you would like to get either a copy of the software or join our private community, or both.
You have chosen wisely.
But anyways, what we'll do here is we'll go through this and we'll basically just kind of watch this trade unfold. So I'll give this some more time here as things play along. What I will attempt to do is come back and give you guys an update on the trade once things have developed further. We'll see if we can hit our first target area right around 1.4834 pretty soon. I'll pause the video and come back soon. Okay guys, and we are all out of Euro Aussie here. Unfortunately, price did ultimately come back up, tag us out for break even, and on this wick you can see we felt a little bit foolish as price jumped up into this area and then reversed very quickly. But truthfully, basically we moved that stop to break even, locked in some profit on the trade, or just a very small margin of profit. And then with price coming back like this and tagging us out, this is just gonna happen sometimes. It's a little bit frustrating, but as part of the trading process. Now from here, is there a chance to re-enter? Well, possibly, but I don't like the fact that it seems like we put in a higher low here. And truthfully, I'd probably wait to look to re-enter Euro Aussie if we saw a break underneath the previous low here. So I'll go ahead and mark this. Again, the area that we chose to enter into the trade looked really, really good. So we entered into the sell right around this area. So you can see price poked up there once, sold off nicely. We decided to try and go for that area again. We ultimately did roll over. So our entry was not great because we almost hit stop loss, but in this case, it's much better to hit ultimately a break even trade than a loss. It's all about perspective when it comes to trading. We're looking at one trade here in the context of thousands of trades that I've taken over the course of my trading career. So I'm not going to get beat up over one. It's just part of the process of getting stopped out for break even sometimes. And fortunately, in this case, there may still be a chance to re-enter, especially for what I'm looking for. I would like to see this thing break underneath the lows, and then possibly for a retest, I could look to get short and try again on Euro Aussie. I'm not totally over this trade, but for now, we'll pause. We'll call this a video, and just showing you guys sort of the reality day-to-day trading that goes on. I'm not trying to make this look like I always win, because I definitely don't. And this is just one more trade in the books. If you'd like to see more trade videos like this, make sure to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe down below. And with that said, thanks for watching. See you next time.
Oh, geez, there you are.
Listen, I only made 13 bucks, so this is all I can afford for lunch. All right, that's why I was running.
Oh.
Wait a second, all I've got is a 50. 50? That'll just give me like 1 gallon of gas these days. Looks like it's time for your next trading video. Check out the videos here and here for more free trading content that should help you in your trading journey. We try and keep it real here, so make sure to subscribe for more content that is down to earth, realistic forex trading content. See you in the next video.